Hi, and welcome back to Live to Ride. This is my first video for 2026, and today hopefully I'm going to bring you something a little special. I'm going to go down to Chokoloskee, and we're going to go see Ted Small's store and museum. It was established in 1906 by Ted Small, and it served as a major hub for commerce and as well as the post office for the Chokoloskee and the Everglades area for both the tribal people and the locals. It was actually indoctrinated or brought into the National Registry for Historic Sites in 1974. So it has some importance to not only Florida, but as well as the rest of the nation. Today, we're going to take a walk through the store and give you a feel for what it was then and what it is today. It's a great place to go and visit. You could spend all day in that store. So without further ado, let's get up, get out there, and let's take a ride. Thank you for joining me.
Well, good morning, and we find ourselves riding this morning on Route 41. This is the middle of the Everglades National Park. This is where you'll see all kinds of wildlife. Of course, you'll see the alligators, but also different birds and other mammals that inhabit the area. It's vast and wondrous. And I just love being down here. I take my bike down here all the time. It clears my head, makes me feel more connected to nature, and it's just a wonderful ride for me. As we move closer and closer, as we get further and further away from where I live, and we start to get towards Everglades City. Everglades City has a rich past. It's been here for hundreds of years. I think it's most famous or infamously known for the drug trade that it had back in the 1970s and 80s. The captains at the time were known as cocaine cowboys. The drug smuggling exploded as Miami was dealing more in the drugs, and became larger in the drug trade. So Everglades City became a covert backdoor for the American cocaine trade and marijuana, and local fishermen and people knew every inch of the mangrove maze and realized they could run bales of marijuana and cocaine through the islands faster than any patrol boat could. So they had routes. They used high-powered boats out to sea and in the cover of night. Had handoffs with the Colombian suppliers. They would hide their loads in crab traps, ice boxes, and fishing gear. And the 10,000 islands provided lots of cover for them so they could avoid detection. And they would distribute this cocaine and marijuana throughout the Gulf Coast in the Southwest Florida, or South Florida. So that came to an abrupt end in 1983. Everything changed that morning. The federal agents came in. They arrested what they say 80% of the male population, and overnight that whole industry collapsed. But for me, Everglades City is more than that. It's about the festivals. It's about all the restaurants that are down here. And the big festival that I like is the Everglades Seafood Festival. And this year, in 2026, it'll be on February 13th through the 15th. where we get to celebrate rich seafood heritage of the Everglades region and a variety of activities, live music, and just delicious seafood. So you need to get down there, enjoy, and be part of that festival. You won't be sorry. So here we are at Smallwood Store. This overlooks the Chokoloskee Bay area, or bay. Shouldn't confuse that, I guess. But this is really magnificent down here. If you look, this is the beach where you get picked up for the tour boats. And as you can see, there's a sign that tells you who to call, how to get a boat. And you can put your kayak in here. It's a great day to come down just to go out on the water. Whether you're a fisherman or a sightseer, it's something that is truly special to Florida. I would highly recommend it. As you walk up to the store, they have a plaque and it goes over the origins of the store, where when it started. Talks about Ted Smallwood. But as you get into the store, you're greeted with very friendly people, and you instantly are brought back in time. You'll see all of the old artifacts in there, and the shelves with the wares of the time, as well as stuff today. Just about everything in the store is for sale, except a couple of odds and ends. I walked from the back of the store, from the front of the store to the back, and I'm overlooking the Chokoloskee River Bay right now. This is the back of the store, and we just take a little walk and show you what it looks like. It was a beautiful day, not a breath of wind. Great day to go out and do some fishing. For me, I like to do a little sight fishing out there. I am making it a point one day to go out there with my paddleboard and fly fish off the paddleboard and have a day of it. So as we look around, we're back on the back deck. We're going to walk back into the store. And they have lots of things to look at. You could be in this store for hours just looking at all the different items that are in here. And right there you can see the Seminole flag. As we keep walking through, and then you can see all the different items on the shelves for sale. And this is kind of how it was back in the day. People would be walking in and buying and selling and trading with Ted Smallwood. Looking at some of the old signs, the Chokoloskee School. There's some paintings in here and pictures of the old Indian tribes or tribe that was here, part of the Seminole Nation. And you can see right here is I'll call it a mannequin of Ted Smallwood and the chair he used to sit in and just greet people as they walked into the store. You can see a picture of him right there. But just as important, or more importantly, this is where the post office was back in the day, and it served as the center point for everybody's information. Everything came in through the post office. You have to remember back in the day, there were no telephones, certainly no cell service like we have today. So information was slow, and the post office served as the central nervous system for Chakaluska, the Everglades area, and the surrounding villages. And you can hear in the background people just bantering around. They're talking about their trip that they're going to take later on, their sightseeing trip. It's typical chatter of the day. So it kind of reminisces you of what it was like all those years ago. There's a rendition of the store itself. You can see it's on stilts, all protected from the flooding with storms and hurricanes. And they've had a few hurricanes down here, as you can imagine. And the store still is standing. An old sewing machine. And we have an old outboard motor. It was so old I couldn't get the name off of it. I don't know, was it Evinrude or Sears? But lots of little items they have throughout the store. They also have a sitting area where you can sit and listen to the history of this store.
Flour that came in bags from about 6 pounds to 24, but we usually bought it in a 12-pound bag. Lard, pure lard, came in pound packages in a carton, and I would use the paper, the oil paper that it was wrapped in. I remember we had to be...
And that's the sitting area where you can sit there and listen to the presentation that they keep running 24 hours, or we'll call during the store hours. This keeps running in a loop. And look at the price of gas. Imagine that. Amazing. So here's the main area in the store. This is where the front desk is, where the cashier is, where you do all your bartering, selling, and buying, right? This is what they would do back in the day. Very unique. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly liked being in the store, and I could be there all day.
I want to ask you about these Cracker Tail books first.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Have you read either of these?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Run with the trucks.
Oh, yeah.
I used to run for, it's been harder to do that right now because they got those unmarked cars.
Oh, yeah. The radars, they changed radar bands.
And we'll get back on the bike, and we're going to head home now. Hope you enjoyed it. That's Ted Smallwood's famous store, where you can come down and rent boats, get a guided tour, and enjoy what the 10,000 islands and the Everglades area truly offers all of us. Thanks again.